Hi guys! Every month I sit down and I feel like I've got hardly anything to talk about and it ends up being tons of stuff. When I list it in the information bar I always think there were a lot of favourites this month. Well, this month I tried to pick things that were new because I've really not switched many makeup products up. I've kind of stuck to the same things. I've had multiple ailments this month. I had tonsillitis over Easter, which was pretty horrendous. I couldn't swallow for like 5 days and was like, what's wrong with me? I hardly ever go to the doctor. I finally went and she looked in my throat and kind of recoiled is the word I'm looking for. She was taken aback and went, that's tonsillitis. So yeah, that was pretty bad. And then I had what I think was impetigo. The doctor didn't see me, they just gave me a kind of prescription over the phone that I went and collected for some antibiotic cream and it cleared it up. But I swear to God, I've never had anything skin condition wise. I've never had so much as a cold sore. And apparently it's an infection that anyone can get. But it kind of was all around here and I had issues with kind of spots that obviously in hindsight I realised were infected. I had no idea. So I'm just lucky it didn't spread to more of the family and to more of my body or my face. I think it must have been some kind of weak strain, but because of that I haven't worn a lot of makeup this month. It's been a really kind of bare month when it comes to that. I probably was a full week this month where I didn't wear makeup at all, and so yeah, I haven't really been kind of that excited about things. I've been buying things, but I've had them in a bag waiting to be used. I had a whole selection, I've got a haul coming up on Monday, a whole selection of things from Revolution Cosmetics that I ordered that I was so excited about, and I've had them for 3 weeks and haven't touched them. So yeah, not a big makeup month, but I do have some things to show you that are relatively new. Well, hopefully I haven't shown you before, but there are lots of random favourites that I want to tell you about rather than beauty favourites this month. So I'm going to kick off with hair, and this is all about volume. I'm not big on volume, but when I tried these products, they were so good, I kind of got a little bit into it because I don't like to tease my hair, I don't like to do anything that's super damaging, says the person who's clearly just bleached it to death at the hairdressers to get this blonde. But I really like these. The Umberto Giannini Glam Hair Ditch the Dirt Volume Shampoo. I actually bought this by accident. I thought it was a dry shampoo, not a dry shampoo. So I didn't use it for ages. I've had it since before Christmas. Ran out of shampoo recently and decided to use this one and it's amazing. I don't know what it is, but the combination of these two, I mean, this is a mask. This is really strange. I was going to do a full video and I might do a video on it if you're interested, because the thing with this especially is it's really difficult to describe what it does to your hair. I feel like it would be worth showing you. The texture is so odd, it's kind of sticky and it doesn't spread and it just feels so strange, and when you're washing it out it feels almost waterproof, like glue, like you're not going to be able to wash it out of your hair, and obviously you do, and it's all fine. And then this I feel leaves a coating in my hair because I just put this in the roots, whereas this I feel like there's something all over my hair and that could only be this, I think. And between them, between the hair mask that I put in my roots and the shampoo that I use afterwards, my hair is just big hair. And then I've got one brush. I never mentioned brushes, but this has been a really special one this month. I've been using it mostly with MAC Stereo Rose because I think it gives a really nice light application of that. Most of my other blush brushes are a little bit heavy and it can be a bit much. It's got a real sheen to it, so it's almost like putting metallic paint on your cheeks if you put it on with too dense a brush. Whereas this one just kind of like, I don't know, it's just really soft and I think it's a really nice blusher brush for those kind of sheeny products. I wouldn't necessarily use this for more pigmented because it's quite big and I wouldn't want something very pigmented, that much of it on my face, if you know what I mean, that amount of it. Whereas something that you can kind of just swipe over and you want it to kind of a little of it everywhere. This is a really nice brush, and this is the, what is this called? Blush brush from Real Techniques. Something that's fairly new to me, I've only had it for about a week and a half, is the Soap and Glory Archery Brow Tint and Precision Shaping Pencil. Again, something that's going to be mentioned in my haul on Monday. I've been trying lots of brow products and there's not really been a lot new to me that's impressed me, but this was really good, and I was really put off by it because I'd read that it was quite waxy. I don't find that at all, but the thing that I like the most is this end, which is like a felt tip, and my eyebrows today I've just filled them in with the felt tip end. That's all I've done. I haven't gone in with the brow pencil afterwards. I like both of them. I think you get a bit more of a bold, defined look when you use both. But this is just the tint end. So that alone was really impressive. And the colour of it, I really like this. The only downside is for a drugstore product, it's £10, which is quite expensive. Because of my issues with my skin, I've been washing my face more and I didn't want to use, obviously I haven't had makeup on, so I felt like I didn't need the big, thick, creamy cleansers that I'd been using, and I also didn't want to use a flannel or something rough. So what I've been using is this, because I knew foaming cleansers aren't so great for you, blah, 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 and so I'd actually got rid of most of my cleansers that weren't cream or balm cleansers. But I have this that I think was sent to me a while ago, and honestly I wasn't that excited about it. Not the kind of cleanser that I normally use, and so it just went into kind of my stash of to review at some point. But it's the Jurlique Rose Moisture Plus, and I don't... Oh, it does smell like roses. I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a big fan of roses. I feel like I'm in the minority there, but not my scent. But it's a moisturising foaming cleanser, and it's really, really nice. It does still make your face feel clean. You still get that kind of tightness that I remember from foaming cleansers, but apparently it's still moisturising. It didn't dry my skin out. It also didn't break me out, and it was really good for that period where I had to wash my face everywhere, but I couldn't necessarily scrub at certain areas, because you need to make sure if you have got some kind of skin infection that that area is clean before you put creams, etc. on it. But yeah, this was really, really good, and I'm going to start using this in the morning time, because I don't generally use anything, I know, shock horror, to wash my face in the morning. Maybe I'll put a little bit of a toner on or something before I do my makeup, but I'm going to really make an effort with my morning skincare, and I think it's going to start with this. Something that I can't believe I've never mentioned, to the point where I might have mentioned it before. I definitely blogged about this one this month, or last month as it was now, is the Sheer Transformation by Ole Henriksen, and this is just a tiny sample. I have a slightly bigger one, and once I've used them both up I will be purchasing the full size. It is kind of a hydrating cream, but it's very, very light, and it's just... You remember me talking about the Blissful Daily Moisturiser from Organic Surge? Well, I really like that one. This is lighter somehow and more hydrating. Really, really nice for oily skin, and if you are getting a little bit older like me and you are wanting to take a little bit more care of your skin and you're wanting to help it along, apparently this does help with hyperpigmentation, which I definitely have. I have lots of kind of, there's something called a pregnancy mask. When you've had children during pregnancy, this pigmentation can come out in your skin, and I've had that kind of just, it kind of almost looks like a moustache sometimes, just here, and I've had it around my eyes, and I didn't know that that was one of the benefits of this, and I kind of just realised that it was fading away. And when I came to review this, I looked up, you know, what the blurb was about it, and that's one of the things. So I honestly think this was helping with that pigmentation, and I wasn't even expecting it to. Not really a beauty product, but this is something that's really helped me this month, and it's the Ragdale haul, which is from Marks and Spencer's, I believe. Yes, it is. And it's the Relax Restful Pillow Mist, and I'm not a big lavender fan usually. This is really nice. It's a nice mist. It's a little bit oily, and I think if you had, for example, silk pillowcase or something, it might leave a mark. That's the only thing that I would note, that I did feel that there was a little bit of residue. If I put it in my hand I could feel it. But it really does help, and I think when I compare it to the very, very expensive Aromatherapy Associates oils that I absolutely love, I think it does an amazing thing. I don't think it can be paralleled with the bath oil, but I have tried some of their things that's kind of nighttime appropriate, like the mists and the candles and stuff, and not a lot in like sleep balms. Didn't think anything really did much, whereas this I was really impressed with, and it's considerably cheaper. So that is it for my beauty-centric favourites this month. I've made a little list for my random favourites, and I'm going to start with YouTubers, because last month I feel like I didn't have that many because I'd not been watching that much YouTube, because we had an internet problem, whereas this month I've been all about it. I've been watching a lot of YouTube and a lot of Netflix, so we'll kick it off with Mr. Kate. Never heard of her before, cannot remember how I found her on YouTube. She's pretty big, been nominated for various kind of DIY awards, but just watch one of her videos because they're so entertaining, and as soon as I started watching them I was like, oh, I want to make videos like this, they're so fun. And she has these amazing intros for all of her videos, and everything's just really playful and fun, and I really enjoy her videos. Mostly DIYs, but she has a series called OMG We Bought a House, where she's renovating this new house that she's bought, and it's just, watch her. I'm gonna butcher this name, and I don't think I've ever heard her say it. I kind of went through some of her videos before making this video just to check to see if she said it, but I don't know if it's Lisa or Liza, and I don't know if it's Prido, I have no idea. I'm gonna say Lisa Prado. That's what I'm going with. I will link her below, but she's Glam Beauty, that's her blog, and she's here on YouTube as Lisa Prado, or however you say your name. I'm sorry, Liza. But she's really, really good, and I've been watching her for a while. She actually participated in my Christmas video, if you remember, the 12 vloggers of Christmas, so I've been watching her videos since then. And I had no idea. I thought she had loads of subscribers, and it's not all that many, not compared to what I thought she had. So I think you should all go and subscribe to her because she's fantastic. The quality of her videos are amazing. She does amazing tutorials, and I think most of the time when you find someone that does really, really good tutorials, like one's worth watching, someone that's got real skill, not like my get ready with me's, but like actual proper tutorials. She does like hair extension ones and really amazing kind of contouring and makeup tutorials. And when you see people that do those, that's normally the kind of video they make, just that's it. Standard, for me, a little bit boring. I'm not into tutorials unless I'm seeking out a specific technique. But she makes some really fun videos as well. She makes lots of tag videos, she uploads vlogs with her family and her little son, Vinny. But I just think she's really, really fun, and it's something for everyone. She's got everything on her channel. It's not just tutorials, it's not just this, it's not just that, it's a little bit of everything. So every one of you will like at least one of her videos, so go over and subscribe. So they're my YouTubers of the month. TV, mainly House and Community. House just came to US Netflix. I'm not going to go into how to get US Netflix, you can look it up. There's loads of tutorials for that on YouTube. Just look up how to get US Netflix because it's so easy. You pay a tiny amount more to this other website and it's like a whole new world of Netflix. Definitely worth doing it. But all 8 seasons of House have come to Netflix, so we've been watching it, and I think we're on 2nd season now. We've only been watching it for a week, and I just absolutely love it. It's the best thing on TV, or best thing on Netflix. Best thing on... Laurie, you're rubbing off on me. The best thing on Netflix right now is House, for sure. I absolutely love it. We've been watching Community, because that was repeated from series 1 on the Sony channel. Who knew Sony had a channel? I don't even know how we found that out. But Lee happened upon it and we've been watching that. I think we might be on season 3 of that. Really, really liking Community. Totally different shows. And I must admit, I'm so into House right now that I don't really want to watch anything else. Like, Revenge really had me hooked. And then I started watching House and I don't even want to watch anything else. I just want to watch House. That's all I want to watch. I have started Slimming World this month. I don't want to kind of beat you over the head with it. I know not everyone's interested. I'm going to talk about it more over on my vlog channel. But for those of you that are interested, I have done a few blog posts about it. And I talk a lot about it on Instagram. But I found that the Instagram community is incredible. There's so many people out there that are willing to share tips and just generally be supportive. It's amazing. And just in general, the actual plan, I don't have a tremendous amount of weight to lose or anything like that. I'm not looking to, you know, be slimmer of the year. But I am kind of looking to change my eating habits, and it's more of a preventative thing for me because I find that you gradually gain weight over the years, and that seems to be okay, and you kind of accept that amount of weight that you've gained in the last 2 years, and then you'll accept the amount of weight that you've gained in the next 2 years. And I kind of just want to nip it in the bud and start eating a little bit healthier now, because obviously the older you are, the more difficult it is, and I don't want to get to the point where I've got a huge amount of weight to lose. I'd just like to kind of keep on top of it now, because I'm still 1.5 stone heavier than before I had Milo, so that's kind of my goal. But in general, I found that it's so easy. The main thing with Slimming World so far is that you have to cook. So I can't just kind of go to the freezer and get something out. I have to cook. That's the hardest part for me, is the lazy person in me. The reason that I gain weight at all is that I like convenience foods. That's the main thing. Whereas Slimming World for me is like, you can eat as much as you want of loads of the foods that I like, but I have to cook it. I can't go out and get it because you have to cook it. You have to know what's going into it. So that's kind of annoying. But on the same foot, I kind of had a chocolate bar one day last week. I had like half a pizza. I've not been following the plan like to the letter, and I'm still losing weight. So yeah, I'm really, really happy with that so far. And I've been trying lots of different recipes, and any suggestions that you have for websites or anything like that are welcome. That's kind of it for randoms. I'm still waiting on Broken Sword Part 2 for my iPad game. I'm playing threes at every possible convenience. It's a serious problem. I'm losing sleep. Leah's asleep next to me and I'm playing threes and watching House. It's just like, go to bed. But that's everything. This is all my favourites this month. A really long video for you. I'm also going to be doing or I will have done by now, a favourites for fashion or style or clothing or whatever this month. So check that out over on my Spendaholic channel, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!